Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the AXE Slinger, the #1 channel for everything shred. Today on Gears Reviews, we go ahead and check out this, the REVV G3 pedal. Let's get right to it. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, took a bit of a hiatus there. Had my buddy Jordan though over on the weekend. I posted a YouTube video on that. So we had Gears and Beers episode 3, which had some more of the delicious beer from Hubtown Brewery here in Okotoks, Alberta. And we checked out some of my gear through his JSX signature PV amplifier. It's a Joe Satriani head. And I was reminded how good that thing sounds. He swapped out the EL34s for a 6L6 variant that sounds dirty. Yeah, go ahead and check out that video. I posted it on Sunday. And my buddy Jordan, he's a great guy, great family man, and he's a killer musician. So I couldn't be happier that I struck up a friendship with him. So I'll leave a link to his Instagram account below. You guys can go ahead and check out some more of his stuff. But anyway, today's gear review is on this, the REVV G3 pedal. Now, I've been wanting one of these for a very long time. And seeing as how this is made in Canada, you got to represent the maple leaf. So I've always been wanting one of these. And I got to say, this is honestly one of the best distortion as well as preamp distortion pedals. Now, the reason I say both is because you can run this in the preamp section. I usually put it through the return of the effects loop. And you can use just the power section of your amplifier and use this to EQ and run as a preamp. But you can also run on a clean channel in the front, and it will give you different sounds. So I'll go over that in this review so you can hear what it sounds like through the effects loop, and as well you can listen to it through the front end of the amplifier. It's got an output, and you've got your traditional EQ. So you've got your bass, mid, treble. There's your input section there. Overall volume for how much of this sucker you want to put through your amp, and then there's your gain. And then you've got also an aggression. So the aggression will give you different voicings within the pedal itself, which are blue channel and red. There's also a middle position for off, so you can just run it dry without those aggression settings. The blue, I find, works really good for rhythm, and the red, it'll give you really good tones, a lot more saturation for lead work. I use red though for lead and rhythm just because I like pushing an amplifier right on the point of breakup where it sounds like it's going to explode and then I back it off a bit. That's just what I like. And this will definitely give you that. So I picked this thing up used off of Kijiji. Picked it up in Strathmore, which is about an hour east of where I am. And they go for a pretty penny brand new. However, if you can't find a used one, I'd say it's still a good deal new, because this, in a sense, is like an amplifier in a box. And I'm saying that boldly because it's true. This thing is the best distortion pedal I've ever plugged into. The best. I've used the infamous Metal Zone. In fact, I've got the Waza, and I'm going to be doing a demo on that, so stay tuned for that one. And that is a killer pedal through the effects return. Okay, very good. If you know how to dial in tone and you understand a parametric EQ, the Metal Zone is one of the best pedals for distortion. The Swedish death metal version, the HM2 variant, that one's also a good pedal. I don't own one. I don't really like the voice of it. I don't like a chainsaw buzz, so for me it wasn't an option. The 5150 pedal, I'll be also doing a review on that. I have a 5150 that I've got recently. Very good pedal as well. Drier tones though, but it sounds just like a 5150. The blue channel of a 5150, it's like they mirrored it in the pedal, and it sounds amazing. It's got a built-in boost as well. The point is, this is still the best distortion pedal I have ever used. In fact, I would challenge many people out there to get one that sounds better than this. The only ones that I'd say would probably either come close or beat this would be a KSR series pedal. That one looks killer, and I'm going to have to get my hands on one of those. You've also got a Kraken. The Kraken pedal I heard is very, very good. But that's about as close as you're going to get, in my opinion, to a distortion. The Grindstein from Clurton, that one is also a killer distortion, but it's in a different vein. It's kind of like an HM2 on steroids. It's still a very good distortion and preamp pedal, but out of the gate, without having to do much parameters with EQing, this one is very user-friendly. You're going to get killer tones out of this very easily right out of the chute. I promise you, if you invest and you buy this pedal, it is very easy to dial in tones. You could be a noob. You're going to start getting tones within a matter of seconds out of this thing. That is how good this is. And I've always said a manufacturer that can make pedals with a very narrow EQ and the right amount of sizzle is going to sell these pedals like hotcakes. And the makers of the REVV products, they know what they're doing, and it sounds good. I usually don't care what it sounds like, or sorry, what it looks like. I care about the sound. It looks cool though, but your ears don't lie, and if it sounds good, then it's good. And this is fucking good. It's good. So, excuse me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing in, and then I'm going to run down some of the tone options on this, and yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Ibanez RGRT421, and I've got the REVV G3 right now running on the clean channel. Okay, we're going to go clean first, then we'll go the effects return. So I'm going through my single rectifier into a 212 5153 EVH cabinet. Okay, so we're going to hear the tone without the pedal. This is on the bridge position. Okay, now let's go ahead and turn it on. So you can hear right away, I'm going to use the expression my buddy Jordan likes to use a lot, the honk. It's got that honk. I've got that on the Red Aggression. So I'm going to go over some of the tonal ability that this pedal has, okay? Because I find it's got a very good mid-range to it, and it's also got a shit ton of low end if you want it, as well as a very sensitive treble knob, okay? So let's go ahead and let's set the gain. Let's just go ahead and we're going to set everything at noon. And for the purposes of this review, I'm going to leave aggression off for now. We'll get to that after and I'll explain how I think you should use it. So this is everything at noon, okay? you can hear that it's got a lot of bite to it. And let's go ahead and let's pull the bass back a bit, seeing as we've already got a lot of bass coming out of the rectifier. And I'm going to increase the mids and pull the treble back a bit. So I've got my bass at 10 o'clock, my treble at 10, and my mids are at 2. Let's go ahead and listen to this now. So that's a lot more mids. Let's crank the mids some more. I'm going to put it to 3 o'clock, and we're going to put the treble at 1 o'clock. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move the gain. It's been at noon the whole time. Let's go ahead and move the gain to 9 o'clock. I'm going to leave the treble at noon, and I'm going to put my mids at 2 o'clock. And we're going to put the bass at noon. Let's hear this right now. So you can hear that it's cleaning up really nicely. Just a little bit of some crunch there. Let's go ahead and put the distortion to 10 o'clock. You can hear right away just by moving it from 9 to 10, the tonal range. Listen, this is 9. This is 10. You can hear it's already increasing. This is noon. Still get a really good rock tone out of this. It's not just a metal distortion pedal. You can still get some kick-ass fucking rock tones out of this. I'm going to go ahead and pull the distortion to 10 o'clock. I'm going to pull the bass to 1 o'clock, and I'm going to leave the mids where they are, and I'm going to throw on the blue aggression, and this is a very good hard rock kind of rhythm tone you're going to hear now. Let's go ahead and put the gain at 2 o'clock. Pull the mids to 10 o'clock. Put the bass at 10 o'clock. And I'll show you what this sounds like now on the red aggression. good chunk to it. Very good chunk. And again, I've only got the gain at 2 o'clock. If we put this thing to 3, which I don't see why it's got to go past 3 o'clock, but at 3 o'clock, scooping the mids a little bit more. We're going to put the mids at 9 o'clock, leave the treble and bass where they are each at 10 o'clock. On red, this is a full out, this is your metal tone in my opinion. This is great metal tone. That's got the honk. So it sounds killer. So I like to leave this on the red aggression, and I like to have my bass at 11 o'clock, and my mids I like to have right around 3, and my treble I like to have between 10 and 11. Let's hear this now. Now we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to go ahead and boost this. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like with a boost in the front of it. And for this, I'm using my newly acquired AXE Effect Savage Drive. Let's go ahead and engage the Savage Drive and listen to the insanity ensue with this. See why that's my favorite sound. I'm telling you, a boost in front of the rev, and you got one hell of a fucking sound. Killer. So, I'll leave you guys for a second. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in now to the effects return, and let's see what this all sounds like through that. I'll be back in a quick sec here. Okay guys, welcome back. So I've gone ahead and plugged this REVV G3 now into the effects return. I've left everything the same. You get a lot more beefy low end though when you go into the effects return of the Mesa I have. So I've moved the presence at about 3 o'clock, and the only thing I did is I moved the treble from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock to compensate for the loss in treble. You're going to find that it sounds a lot more like an actual proper preamp and a tube amplifier. So this is what you get with it running on the effects return. So yeah, there you go. That's the quick rundown of the REVV G3 distortion pedal. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down in the comments section. Sorry again about that hiatus I took, but I've got a lot more reviews coming your way, including a dedicated review on the Savage drive by Ares Effects. I've also got the MXR 5150 pedal that I'll be also going over with you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and also run a Metal Zone Wazacraft review. Alright, well, don't forget to share this with all your friends. Hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys all soon, eh? Alright, cheers.